Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It feels really good to be back.
It feels so good. We're so back.
We're so back,
We're
baby.
so back. Do you like when people say that?
I don't have any feelings about it. Do you feel something about it?
No, not really, but I see it all the time and I'm just like, sometimes it makes me laugh.
Not to quote The Office every single episode, but when Michael Scott thinks he's going to get the job in New York and he doesn't, he comes back and he's like, I'm back. It's because I am back. Anyway. Welcome to Disrespectfully
With Katie Maloney
and Dana Cathan.
Unapologetically,
We're here to do what we want to do.
spilling the tea.
Babe, you're going to see the power of women. Like,
Disrespectfully.
I don't want to start the new year talking or coming for anyone's throat, but
Why
I have
not?
a grievance for Stassi Schroeder
Why?
because I went to the airport with makeup on. Okay, let's talk
Okay.
about this.
I was
And
like, wait, what?
If Stassi hears this, love you, girl. But let me tell you, I almost texted her and I forgot. I wore makeup. I don't like to wear makeup at the airport because I feel gross. What clean face. I did wear not a cute outfit. I mean, well, my coat was really, it's that wool blend coat because I was going to Seattle. Leggings. I will not ever not wear leggings on a plane, and docs. My hair was 3-day-old hair, but I brushed it and it was looking like fat. You know when that happens sometimes randomly? And it was a light coat of foundation. Very light, but some powder, mascara, and a little brow, okay? Burt's Bees. I went and got a coffee. I'm so cocky at the Burbank Airport. I am strutting around like I am on the Versace runway spring 97, okay? I am acting like that girl. I don't get proposed to. No one even talks to me. One lady scoffed at me because I sat too close to her and she didn't like it. I literally went... And she got up so loudly with her body language and walked away. And I was like, okay, relax.
Well,
Lady.
did you just say the Burbank Airport?
Okay, I
Who
did.
are you going to run into at the Burbank
I
Airport?
don't know, but she said it could be any airport. So I was just like, okay, Stassi, no one fell in love with me. So I'm never doing it again. And that was back to goblin mode.
Burbank Airport is pretty sleepy.
And I was making so much eye contact. I was looking through the crowd. I was like, is anyone here hot?
What time was this at?
Maybe one.
Okay, but
Maybe
again, Burbank Airport is sleepy.
I know, but I was just hoping maybe it could be there. I don't know. Do I have to go to like specifically the like Atlanta airport or LAX or Heathrow?
No, but I'm just saying, like, maybe try it again. Just give it another shot. I wouldn't.
I was feeling really defeated. On takeoff. I was like, God, I look so good right now and no one cares. I will say, actually, one gal was boarding the plane. This is a message for you and you. I was boarding the plane and I was looking at this woman because she was so beautiful. I was like just didn't realize I was staring, and then she looked me directly in the eyes and I was like, you do one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh my God, Dana. And I was like, do we know each other? And she was like, I love Disrespectfully. And I was like, oh my God. And we like had a little moment and we're holding people up, but I'm so sorry. I can't remember your name, but if you are listening, I was staring at you because you were beautiful.
Oh.
And then you made my whole Christmas. So I talked to, at least I had makeup on for that, I guess.
That's true. The good thing about wearing makeup when you're going on a trip like that is that you're like ready to go when you get wherever you are. You're not like, oh, I need to like put on some makeup before I can go do anything or see anyone. Like you're just kind of like, you arrive ready.
Yeah. You can just tackle that thing.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
A bit of it. Similar situation, not on a plane or whatever, but ran into another Disrespectfully listener. So I'll give them a shout out at the Silver Lake Reservoir. So cute, so sweet. Was walking and she was like, I'm listening to Disrespectfully right now. And I just like that brightened my day. So thank you for saying hi and everything and listening.
No, it makes me cry. I'm like, you guys, if you're ever in the wild and you see either of us, please say hi. And especially in that context. If you're a Disrespectfully listener, like even if I've been in a 5-car collision and you see me, run on up, make my day better.
You can always come say hi.
You can always come say hi.
But yeah, that was pretty exciting.
Well, I think that is exciting. But anyway, to wrap that up, love you, Stassi. I'm not actually mad, but I just was hoping to get proposed to and it didn't happen. So,
but you felt good.
I did feel good.
It's about you.
So one thing that I don't know if I'd consider this a resolution, and we'll get into that, but something I'm trying to do really bad in 2025 is make eye contact, because I'm obviously an outgoing, fakely confident person. And when I see someone hot, I look at the ground, I turn around, I go into the bathroom. I can't look at a hot person. Literally I immediately look away and I'm like, if I think someone's looking at me, I can't do it. And I'm trying so hard to be more open by making eye contact.
Well, eye contact is like a very confident thing that people do.
Oh, I'm such a wiener. When you were single, were you good at eye contact?
Yeah. I feel like I'm a good eye contact
I can't
person.
do it. I think you're hot. I have to.
If I want to, if I'm not trying to like make a connection with people or do anything like that, I'm I'm avoiding I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm avoiding eye contact with anyone.
I'm like the kid from Big Daddy. When I see a hot person, I put my sunglasses on like immediately. Like those TikToks, they're like, when I see my type and they just walk by without looking, like that's me.
Oh, but like if you want to be approached, if you're going out and you want to like meet a guy, a gal, or whatever, they say the number one thing to do is don't block your torso, your midsection, your chest, whatever, with anything, a drink. Don't fold your arms and make eye contact.
Oh, because the last few years I've had my dukes up and I put the sunglasses on. So that's why I'm like, I guess that's why
like,
it hasn't happened.
In terms of like body language, if you want to seem approachable, like just stand with your body open to the room. So yeah, no, don't be closing off and be making eye contact. And they said it takes making eye contact 8 times with a person for them to approach you.
So should I just...
No, but like if you
stare at them?
If you're looking around the room and you find somebody you want to make eye contact with, like keep looking, you see them, try to make eye contact, then you can look away. But don't be like this. Be like
that could be interpreted as a tick. 1, 2,
no,
3.
Not, okay, not like that. No, but I mean like
you're the demure, like you're talking
like
about
give a smile and then like look away, like not like a freak, not like and darting your eyes away, but then maybe a few minutes later, try to catch their eyes again, then it's sending a signal like, I want you to come talk to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't look. And then I do like the Ashley Simpson getting caught doing voiceover singing on SNL. So that's my go-to.
Well,
I need to work on it. I am trying.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it'll
I think you're going to kill it.
A new year for me. Any New Year's resolutions for you?
I really, I don't like the whole like New Year's resolution, but there is something
or thoughts on New Year's resolutions.
I think there is something about the whole like it is a new year. There is a kind of a clean slate. There is like that sort of like marker of it being like, all right, like let's hit the reset, so you can turn over a new leaf or clean slate or what. I don't know, what I'm trying to say. So I think if there's a time you want to like start working on a new project or set some new goals or something, sure, why not? But like I think when you do those types of things, it just sets you up to fail. But I don't know. I like having some goals. Or I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with New Year's resolutions, but I like to be realistic about what they are. So I don't know. It's not about that. I'm always trying to work on myself and make improvements. So I think it's just about recommitting myself to those things, if that makes sense. In the new year, being like, all right, let's revisit some of these things.
Do you have anything specific, or is it like right now, or is it just kind of like
just like be hot,
use your ear flosser thing?
Just be hot
and ear floss.
What's
that thing called?
I don't know.
Ear picker? I don't know.
It was just an ear cleaner.
Cleaner, yeah, that thing.
No, I think I think
Be More Hot is a good one. You continually, every day you come in here, you shine more. And also I love the off-white, like cream colored with the black. Because if it's black and white, it's too like, this is very sophisticated looking.
Oh,
the shirt you're wearing today.
But be hot on the inside too.
You
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Be hot on the inside and on the outside.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I would say like, I want to read more. So like, try to like read more. Like just like things I've forgotten about. Like get excited about books I want to read.
Do you want to hear my list? Actually, I wasn't planning on sharing this, but speaking of like things you want to get excited about, this is kind of what I'm trying to focus on this year.
What?
Okay, so it's only day 6, so I'm doing dry January this year, and I do feel really committed to it. Like I've done damp in the past and failed, and I'm 6 days nicotine free. So I was like, okay, what should I fill my time with? I'd like to try pottery. I'd like to work on witchcraft, skating, roller skating. I would like to join a bowling league this year. I want to try air dry clay because a lot of people are playing with that.
What?
Yeah, have you ever heard of it?
Just repeat that.
Air dry clay.
Air dry. Oh, like
so you don't need. Yeah, it's like doesn't need a kiln and stuff. And you use like resin or something. Okay. But I've been seeing a lot of creative pictures online that have inspired me. Improv classes for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take some diving classes, but not scuba diving. Like I want to learn how to dive, not off a high place, but I think there's like adult swimming classes.
Okay.
That I've been considering. I'd like to try boxing. I've looked at a few boxing gyms. I've never done it, and I think that'd probably be good for me. And I'd like to get a library card and go to the library. I don't know what I'm going to do there yet, but I've just been compiling a list of things that I want to be spending my time doing.
Fall in love at the library. Make out with a stranger at the library.
Imagine if that was my meet cute. I'm like, go to the library. I'm like, can I rent an audiobook? Thanks.
Not like, I was not like read a book. I'm like, ooh, make out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, where's the Dewey Decimal System when you need it?
I like that you made a list. I'm just like over here in my head, like, what else do I need to do? I'm like, be at the grocery store, like, what else do I need? Me at Target.
You know, I love a list.
The New Year's just going to tell me what I need.
Well, honestly, I mean, we'll see how many of these things happen, but I just, it's like a stream of consciousness. I'm like, anything I've ever wanted to do, I'm just pickleball, actually. I'm going to try pickleball too. I have tennis tonight, and I asked my instructor to tell me where to go to learn that.
I want to play tennis with you.
Are you free tonight?
Add that to the list.
If you want to come tonight, you can. If you're not, I'm going to start going again on Mondays, so
okay,
we can talk about it.
We'll talk about that. But yeah, no, I just think it's always just kind of just try to be the best version of myself, whatever that means. I mean, I know what it means, but
I agree with you. I think that New Year's resolution, like, you have to just, in my opinion, appreciate them for what they are. Like, if it works for some people, I think a lot of people do end up not following through and then feeling worse about themselves. But for me, like you, I kind of just, it's an ongoing progression of things. And right now I'm just trying to look into more things to do with my time beyond happy hour. And there's nothing, I love happy hour. You know that. It's my favorite hour of every day. But I'm just trying to expand a little bit. See what happens.
I think the New Year's resolutions about eliminating things from your life are, to me, not the ideal.
Maybe adding
I like
positive things.
Add positive things, or like, try things I haven't done, or like, I've always wanted to get around to doing that or going there. Those are the things I'm interested in, not like, I want to do less this, or I can't do like the driving. Like, it's my birthday this month, and like I got some like trips coming up. I'm like, that's not.
No, I feel
that's not fun.
No, and to each their own. Like, I feel that, but yeah, we'll see if I ever look into a library card or air clay
or adult swimming classes.
Or my adult. I know. I was like, but I don't want to go to. I know how to swim. I don't want to be like. I just want to dive. Anyway, I don't even know if these things exist. I'm making them up in my brain. But should we do the daddy list?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to know one of my 2025 resolutions?
Is a frog's butt waterproof? Of course I do. Tell me right now.
I want to learn French this year. Do I sound French? French.
Okay, let's see. Let's just try this one. Seriously?
Oui. Oui. Parlez-vous français? Learning a new language is a great thing to challenge yourself to do this year. And here at Disrespectfully, we are using Rosetta Stone to do that.
Rosetta Stone as the most trusted language learning program available on desktop or as an app, and that it truly immerses you in the language you want to learn. Look, I want to learn them all. It's like Pokemon. I want to catch them all, so I want to learn French, but my main focus right now is Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm loving Rosetta Stone for that, but also I think once you learn another language and they're in the same familia... See what I did there?
Yes.
It makes it easier. So I plan on building on it, not just learning one.
Also, the way when you speak it and the way Rosetta Stone will correct your accent, we all can be humbled. But, when you are learning a new language, it is important that you're, speaking it correctly and that you're putting the right inflection and the right,
so you're not putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. We don't want to be sounding that way.
Exactly. And Rosetta Stone's going to make you sound like, you know what you're talking about.
We love it. I want to know, I don't know that I sound like I know what I'm talking about in English, but maybe I will in Spanish. New year, new me. Maybe in Spanish, people are going to get it.
Rosetta Stone has been the trusted expert for 30 years with millions of users and 25 languages offered, such as Spanish, French, Italian, German, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Dutch, Arabic, Polish, and so many more. Go off.
Do you think I could be fluent in Japanese by March before I go to Japan?
Why don't you find out?
Okay, I'm going to have to try it out. Rosetta Stone immerses you in so many ways that you can learn a new language in no time flat. There are no English translations, so you really learn to speak, listen, and think in that language. They use an intuitive process so that you can pick up a language naturally, first words, then phrases, then sentences, so that you can achieve that long-term retention. Mm-hmm. That is our goal, folks. Long-term retention.
Yeah, like I said, my favorite part is that they have that built-in true accent feature that gives you feedback on your pronunciation. It's almost like having a personal trainer for your accent.
That's so LA of us. It sounds really LA, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's super convenient. You can learn anytime, anywhere. Learn on the go with the mobile app or at your desktop on your schedule. You have things to do. It's your own time.
It's truly such an amazing value. You get a lifetime membership with all 25 languages for any and all trips and language needs in life. That's lifetime access to all 25 language courses Rosetta Stone offers for 50% off. It's such a steal.
Start the new year off with a resolution you can reach. Today, Disrespectfully listeners can take advantage of this Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off.
Visit rosettastone.com/disrespectfully. That's 50% off unlimited access to 25 language courses for the rest of your life. Redeem your 50% off at rosettastone.com/disrespectfully today. Oral health is so important, and Quip makes it easy and fun to brush your teeth.
Fun to brush your teeth?
I know.
Love it. I used to get in bed and lay down and get all cozy, and then I forgot that I didn't brush my teeth, and then I'd get up and drag myself to the sink. Ever since ditching my boring toothbrush and getting Quip, I actually look forward to getting back up and brushing my teeth, which is the first time anyone said that sentence.
Yeah, probably. The new Quip 360 oscillating toothbrush literally revolves around you.
But you're funny in the new year.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, an electric toothbrush that doesn't overcomplicate the most basic of daily rituals.
Quip 360 is a bold, simple design that comes in multiple colors and is ultra quiet for a super clean without being super annoying.
Yeah, do you want it to be like there's construction zone happening in your mouth? No, of course you don't. Accepted by the American Dental Association, Quip 360 is scientifically proven to remove up to 11 times more plaque between the teeth compared to a manual toothbrush and provided up to 2 times more whitening on day 1.
If you don't absolutely love your Quip 360, return it for free within 30 days.
If you do love it, brush easy knowing you get a free lifetime warranty for purchasing on getquip.com and the opportunity to subscribe to refill heads by mail every 3 months, so you never have to go to the store, because who wants to do that?
Exactly. And now with Quip Perks, Quip puts their money where your mouth is. When you subscribe to AutoShip, you'll be enrolled in Quip Perks to earn credit back over time.
Free your mouth with Quip and discover the 25,000 5-star reviews and mouths already loving Quip.
Just for listeners of Disrespectfully, get 20% off site-wide and a free travel case and countertop stand at getquip.com/disrespectfully.
Free your mouth today and save 20% site-wide, plus a free travel case and countertop stand at getquip.com/disrespectfully. getquip.com/disrespectfully. What are you leaving behind in 2024? Being stinky?
Always.
You've never been
I
stinky.
don't stink.
I know, you're not a stinky gal, so you don't need to leave that behind.
Well, I want to leave behind only sleeping for 6 hours. I want to try to sleep in. That's what I really want to try to do, is sleep in.
I'm on my solid 90 minutes a night, so I would I can stretch that out.
True. But you know what? There's one thing I will definitely bring with me into 2025.
What is it?
And that is Lume whole body deodorant.
Oh, I mean, that goes without saying, but we're here to yap on a podcast, so we have to say it.
I know. Well,
what is your favorite product? And tell me why it's the toasted coconut all body deodorant, because I know that's what it is.
Well, I know I'm tried and true toasted coconut galley. I mean, I was heavy on the just the cream, and I was using that. I was just slathering myself in that. But then I got into the stick deodorant.
I like the stick.
I still, I go back and forth. I do both, because you can use it on your dogs, on your feet, not on your actual dogs, not on the pups, but
not Gordon butter
on your toesies,
on the toes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is nice, because who wants stinky feet? Oof.
I mean, no one does. I like the spray deodorant because, that can go up and higher, and it just helps from any angle. And you can do it. A single gal, I live alone, and there's no crevasse that hates to see the spray deodorant coming. There's nothing I can't reach. Yeah,
that was pretty innovative. Yeah, the whole body deodorant is incredible, and it's seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. That's right. Your pits, underboobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas, and my personal favorite, my feet.
Lume was created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Lume is clinically proven to block deodorant all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. I do not trust anything near my cooter that was not designed and safe by an OBGYN. I just don't. No, thank you.
The solid deodorant stick is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts.
The sweat control deodorant has 72-hour odor and sweat control for the pits, the privates, and beyond.
They also have, like we mentioned, the spray deodorant, and it's aluminum free and ideal for the hard to reach places. Yep.
Up and higher, like we were saying. All products are baking soda free, paraben free, and pH balanced for safe use below the waist. That is what I'm talking about.
You can choose from a variety of fresh, bright scents like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut, which is my personal fave.
It sure is. Lume Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping.
As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lume products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Use code disrespectfully for 15% off your first purchase at lumedeodorant.com.
That's code disrespectfully at LumeDeodorant.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. You're going to smell better, so let them know that we made you smell better. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Lume. New year, first daddy list. Who is on your daddy list?
My daddy list is Billy Bob Thornton.
Ugh.
Dude, okay. So I just binged or caught up on the show Landman that he's in. It's on Paramount Plus, and it is so good. It's got Ali Larter in it. Demi's in it. She's being very underutilized in this show, but that's...
Demi Moore?
Yeah.
What?
I know. She plays John Hamm's wife. John Hamm's in it. Basically, Billy Bob plays the manager of an oil company in Texas. And it's about just kind of what happens and how like these guys work on the patch. They are like oil, pullers, and like it is such a dangerous job. And like Billy Bob's been working this job, for like so many years. And John Hamm is his boss. And it's just like it's this multi-billion-dollar industry, and like in how that stacks up against, this clean energy that's, and it's so many things I didn't understand potentially about the oil industry. And I'm assuming that a lot of the things that they're bringing up in facts are true because they're, I don't know why I'm sure they've done, this is based on some like research that they've done, but they're talking about like windmills, for instance. They're like, do you know how much oil it takes to build those and make them run? Like
the ones that you see on the way out to Palm Springs?
Mm-hmm. The maintenance of those, like to have those wheels like not break down, you need oil. And the trucks and everything to build those, like the oil that they, those, it's just like, holy shit, I didn't think about that. And he's like, even if we were all to switch to like electrical cars and everything tomorrow, like the infrastructure is not there for it. And like, it just was like, holy shit, but then just how, just like the danger of the job and the people that work on there, I don't know. It's a fascinating show, but Billy Bob, he is just so fucking funny. His dry humor, and he just is such he's an asshole, but he's so charming, and he's just so like, he's just kind of like this like grumpy guy, but like I relate to him.
Absolutely. Well, we were talking not that long ago because of Bad Santa, but like I think we were discussing at that time, I hadn't seen him in anything in years. So that's like crazy that did someone recommend this show or did you find it?
I was watching with Nick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need your login because I don't have that, but I want to watch it.
Oh my God. It's
he's the best.
Like we were just laughing so hard at like every single one of his lines. And we're like, this has to be like so much of like his own like personality and just like kind of like how I would imagine, because it just feels so natural in his delivery. Like I can't imagine like anyone else saying these lines, and just like, he's just so dry, and I just like it. And also just has like, he's like no patience with people. I'm like, oh my God, I feel this so much in my bones. I feel this, but he's just so daddy. I love him. And Ali Lauder plays his like crazy ex-wife, and their chemistry is really interesting. And I don't know, it's such a great show. It's one of those shows
like that interesting.
Like the show?
No, like their chemistry is like
it's toxic as fuck.
It's weird. Okay.
They're so toxic.
So I would love it. Yeah. Got it.
Oh my God, no, you'll be upset. Like and the girl that plays their daughter, the two of them together, you're like, they're fucking insane. But it's one of those shows that you'll watch and then you'll think about all day long.
Okay.
That kind of show. But yeah, Billy Bob, oh, I love you.
Right.
Who's on your daddy list?
Oh, okay. I have 5.
Oh God.
So we haven't been here in so long, but I only have one basement today, which is crazy. Tower Bird, first of all, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's dating Renee Rapp, which hot, love, amazing. But my God, I have seldom seen so much big dick energy in one person. Just very hot, talented as a musician, but just like daddy.
I remember seeing her on like TikToks during the pandemic and being like, what?
Like, who are you? Come on over. I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful because she has a girlfriend, but holy fuck. Anywho, hot. Speaking of hot, I burn my mouth every time. Tombstone pizza. I've never discussed this in a public matter, but you know my passion for Tombstone pizza.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard, and the reason I threw this on, me and Allison were talking before you got here, and she said, "What is Tombstone?" And I was like, "Are you fucking okay?" Tombstone pizza is the best frozen pizza out there. It has the best sauce, the most elite crust, the correct amount of cheese, everything. It's so good. So if you're looking for a new frozen pizza and you've never tried Tombstone, 400 degrees at 17 minutes is the correct time. Don't follow the instructions. Baked SoCal is this gal. Have you seen her on TikTok or Instagram?
I don't think so.
Or it's like Baked by SoCal, but the handle is Baked SoCal. She does these cookie drops. She lives in Santa Monica. She doesn't ship because she can't. They sell out. I have a reminder on my phone Sunday at 10:50 a.m. because it's at 11, trying to get one. It comes with 4 cookies and it's expensive, but they're these just glorious looking. She does like quarterly flavors. She's very creative. She's blown up like through social media, but because the cookies are so good, whereas Crumble, I think has, become more of a like, because it's Crumble or whatever. Like I'm telling you, in another year, this is going to be a household. She wants to expand, but doesn't have the space. So the reason the drops are so specific and she can't ship because the licensing that she has, but she doesn't have the space she doesn't have a commercial kitchen. She does it out of her apartment and does like pickups throughout the week.
What kind of cookies are we talking about?
All kinds. Glorious. The flavors you've never even imagined. Like these like crazy.
Are they big?
Yeah, they're big fat cookies and they're just amazing. So I will get them at some point and going to try them and we're going to chat about it. But I'm telling you, she is going to be the next Crumble cookie. And I think she seems really cool too. My new fucking kink, celebrity memoir book club podcast. I don't know why. It's a combination of all my favorite things, celebrity memoirs and podcasts. The 2 girls who do it are so goddamn funny. The first episode I listened to was Matt Rife because I'm never going to read his book. I was laughing out loud and that book is ridiculous and I loved their take on it. And then I went through all the episodes of all the books I've read. So I listened to those first and I just could not get enough of them. And then I've now started their other episodes. If you're looking for a new pod, it's amazing. And I agree with their critiques about Matthew Perry. I just like his voice, which is why I listen to it so much. But they said some things that like, it just feels like what we hope to create here. Like you're chatting with friends about books you like. And finally, because we're wearing the same pants today, Zara jeans.
Yeah.
I put them on there. We walked in and realized we're wearing the same pair of pants. Zara, they're like $50 and they're like the majority of my jeans. I love them. They're comfy.
These are so soft and comfortable.
They're soft, comfortable, and reasonably priced for denim.
I agree. Amen to that.
That's all.
I have something I really want to talk about.
Okay.
What?
Go ahead. Well, because we have a circle back, but we'll do it after.
Oh, wait.
You seem really passionate.
You can circle back.
Okay, sorry, guys. We have a real quick circle back. Astronauts are delayed again. They're supposed to come in February. They're not coming in March. I think that all of a sudden it's going to be 2028 and they'll be like, next April, we'll look into it. I don't know what's going on there.
That's insane.
You guys, we've been talking about this for like 75% of the duration of the life of this podcast.
Well, what I want to talk about has something to do with space. That's
okay, great.
That's perfect.
Okay, great. We can move on.
So have you heard about the perfume called Eau de Space?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Okay, there is a fragrance. I don't even want to call it a perfume because who's going to wear it? But like it's a fragrance that was contracted or commissioned by NASA, and it was part of their whole initiative to like eliminate any surprises for like future astronauts. They do the whole like training, the G-force, so that,
They put him up in Guardians of the Galaxy and make him ride that a couple times.
You know what I mean? Just like anything that they may encounter, just so there's nothing that they're thrown off by, right? You know, zero gravity, all that shit. So it's created by this guy named Steve Pierce, and he is a master in aroma chemicals in like food and fragrance. And apparently this fragrance it's described as scary, sad, rancid, horrifying, a dark room, bad vibes.
I was gonna say it sounds like my bedroom. Keep going. What is happening?
Oh no. Like first of all, the label is like cute and it's in like a square, you know, bottle, but the color of the liquid itself is like murky. It looks scary. Like it looks like I wouldn't want to touch it with my hands.
Is this commercially available or is it just for astronauts?
Oh yeah, no, you can buy it. We bought a sample of it. So when it comes, I'm gonna bring that shit in here.
Who's we?
Me, Nick.
Did he bring this up?
He bought it.
Did he tell you about this? Or
no, I came across a video of it and he's like, oh, I gotta buy it.
Wait, I'm so excited to smell this.
I was gonna spend $50 on an entire bottle of it just
No, that's crazy.
But when people, so I obviously came across a TikTok of it, and like when people open up the cap and smell it, they're like, oh, like they viscerally like have such a reaction to it. They're like, that is the gross, like that is, they're like, I feel gross. I feel icky. Like they're sitting there describing it themselves. They're like, I feel sad. Like, no, they're themselves are like that just feels like really like bad. I don't like that. You know, like I feel scared. I feel that's terrifying. And so, but the actual like notes, like when it's described like on the box, like some of the descriptors of space and what it's supposed to smell like from people, you know, the people have been there or whatever, is that it's supposed to have like a burnt cookie smell or burnt steak or rubber or brake pads, raspberries. One guy said, he's like, yeah, it smells like a burnt cookie, but then like the burnt like rubber, like mitt, like melted and burnt on top of it. Like it's just putrid. It's gross.
Okay, not to sound like a total dildo, but they have suits on when they're outside in space. So how are they smelling it? Is it just what comes back when they come in their like quarantine room and it's like what's on their suit?
I think you're still gonna catch whiffs.
Because I'm guessing that Buzz, whatever his name, it didn't click and like, and then click back in.
No, you can't. But I'm assuming that
the remnants on your.
You're still gonna catch whiffs.
Okay, then how do you think the Boeing people smell right now? They've been up there for 9 months.
Oh yeah, they've probably gotten used to it.
Like so they just smell fear all the time. And look, big NASA is trying to push that they're like having a gay old time and they're fucking fine, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, no, I mean, but this is why. I mean, imagine smelling that and not being prepared for something like that, and you're like, oh my god, what the. So yeah, like having them being like, hey, by the way, you might catch a whiff of this stench.
It smells like fear and rancid. That's crazy.
I never thought about space having a scent.
No.
An odor. I'm like, because you just think that it's just sort of this like, this liminal sort of thing, you know, not having a smell when it crosses.
It's a vacuum.
What?
It's a vacuum. There's no air.
But yeah, I never thought of it I thought it would just like smell like, I don't know, like
nothing.
Like, yeah, just sort of like.
I think of space, when I think of space, I just think of like cold and quiet, like that horrible room in Denmark or wherever, where it's so quiet that I would literally die in 3 seconds. But yeah, I guess I would never have associated it with a smell.
Doesn't that freak you out a little bit?
Yeah, I can't wait to smell it. Hey, are smelling salts legal?
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon.
Are they legal? Because when you keep saying these people, you're watching their reactions of smelling that, it like kind of gives, have you ever smelled a smelling salt?
No.
What is that for? Is it just for passing out or some shit? And people are having fun with it?
I think it's a scent that's so strong that it kind of like wakes you up a little bit. Like a lot of gym bros use it.
It looks like, horrible. Yeah. People's reactions. So I'm like, I doubt it's like that strong, but yeah, people have like fall to the floor and they're screaming and doing it. So
I think it's just like it burns a little bit. Your nose.
I don't know. Like I smelled some poppers.
I've sorted all kinds of shit that burns and I'm fine. I doubt it. I'm sure it's a different thing. Yeah, lots of poppers. But did you hear about funny enough, hear about the sound that blocks thoughts for overthinking?
Is it one of those like gigahertz?
Okay, I'm going to play this for you because I'm going to send this to Caleb and ask him to make me an 8-hour one. because I had to leave TikTok open using it and my white noise machine. Okay, it sounds like this.
Yeah, I've heard this one.
Okay, it fucking works. You literally, it like disorients your thoughts, and I put it on, and all of a sudden my mind was empty, and I was like, this is how normal people feel all the time. It's the most soothing, wonderful thing I've ever heard. So yeah, floor, or by the time, if I don't talk to you guys before, ask Caleb to make me that on an 8-hour loop, please, because I need a like wave, thing so I can listen
They
to it all the
have
time.
all kinds of different like versions for different things like that.
I like that one.
Well,
I
yeah,
was
no,
like,
no,
oh my
that's,
God, I can't
but
think. This is great. I'm not going back to third grade
did you
for
sleep
no reason.
or did you just like have it on?
Well, I was worried about my phone being on TikTok for 8 hours while I was sleeping, even though I'm on it during the day. So I ended up turning it off. But I'm like, I have my white noise machine on full volume. I have that. Some guy was like, I'm done dating white women. I slept over. We did the Adult Swim, which made me laugh. And I decided to sleep over. And she was like, do you mind if I put some white noise on? And he was like, it was a category fucking 4 hurricane. What is wrong with these women? Meanwhile, I'm like having to turn it up over my white noise because it's so loud. So yeah, I don't know how many more loud things I can have to quiet the noise in my head, but I'll try anything.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it.
Should we talk about the Globes?
The Globes? Oh yeah, the Golden Globes.
Because I have questions for you
Yeah.
about some things that happened last night. Overall, what'd you think? Nikki Glaser did so well.
Yeah, no, I like her as a host. She's funny and she definitely like goes there with some of her jokes, but like what?
When she said that Timothy Chalamet had such beautiful long eyelashes on his upper lip.
No, but I like when she's like, your name sounds like something that Adam Sandler would say. Timothy Chalamet. And then Adam Sandler did it in the audience there. I was like, yes. That was a moment.
There were so many good moments. I loved Rachel she's
like
Brosnahan.
yeah.
Brosnahan.
Brosnahan.
She plays Mrs. I want to say Mrs. Weasel, but it's not.
No, Mrs. What is it?
Maisel.
Maisel.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. She
Oh,
plays her.
because the green with her skin color or skin tone.
Yes, and her
hair.
Not delicatessen, her décolletage. And yeah, and her hair. I thought it was Evan, but she's like really this lady. I thought it was Evan Rachel Wood at first because they looked so similar, but she looked amazing. Melissa McCarthy looked amazing in that pink getup.
I know, but it was like Awkwafina nearly ate shit. Like
no, and she looked beautiful too.
It was a lot. It was giving loofah, but it's fine.
Oh, I loved her like in that like big moment. I just feel like I never see her taking risks like that. So I loved that. I didn't catch her name. She won something, but she was wearing this all white outfit. It was like a white tight skirt and then a white beautifully fitted strapless shirt with belt buckles in the back and a beautiful choker, and her hair was pulled back in a low pony. She looked incredible. Demi.
I love Demi's hair, but I wasn't crazy about the dress.
A lot of people didn't like her dress. I thought it was beautiful.
She looked amazing though.
And Margaret Qualley, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the men looked great. Kylie Jenner obviously looked beautiful. This is what I need your thoughts on. Speaking of, yeah, Kylie.
I was like, Kylie and her boobs.
Kylie was Kylieing. I mean, goddamn.
I was like, man, her boobs look so good.
Did you see the Demi Kylie interaction?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
So there's a video. I saved it because I need to show it to you. So in between breaks, it shows people going to talk at different tables.
I love it, yeah.
And I love it. Demi approaches. So it's Timothy, Kylie, Elle Fanning, and someone hot that I don't know. Demi kind of leans over Kylie because there's like a staircase right here and doesn't really acknowledge her, and then gives Elle this big hug. They're talking, shop talk, and talks to the hot person I don't know. And then and Kylie's kind of like looking at, when you're like trying to make eye contact, kind of looking at her, and she comes back and she grabs Timothy Chalamet and almost breaks his neck and then gives him a big hug, and he's like, congrats. And then Kylie's kind of like looking at her partner to like engage her in the conversation, and she gets up and walks away. And some people are like, I don't think she saw her. And I'm like, you don't think she saw her? Well, you can't miss those things. What are you talking about? And it's Kylie Jenner. She's a sight to see. She's beautiful. Here's the thing. I don't care it did look like an intentional stub to me. And I was like, ooh, here's my opinion about it. She's, however you feel about the Kardashians, I think that's really mean to intentionally to sit there, acknowledge each person. If you're coming and you're literally standing your beautiful long knee length hair to her beautifully chiseled back, you're an inch away and you're saying hi to everyone else and then just walking off. I think that's really not nice. And it looked like Kylie was like maybe excited to see her because it's fucking Demi Moore. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but let me show it to you because it looks.
Show it to me so I can.
Okay.
She said congrats, and I think did she say? I think she turned to her and said thank you.
Look from this angle. I don't know. Okay, so I just showed it to Katie. Katie, tell us your thoughts.
Okay, yeah, no, I think it's it can be one of those things where it's like, yeah, okay, there's a lot going on, and
the body language was loud to me. Maybe I'm totally wrong and misreading it, but to me it did, and I love Demi, and her speech moved me, and I was like so happy for her. But if that was intentional, because I do feel like obviously Kylie's way more than like a TikToker, but I feel like people do put her in the category of like reality star, whatever, and I feel like it's like actors at those events, you know? And so I feel like sometimes people have that attitude, which is insane, but I'm like,
I know, but she's sitting between two people who you're literally fawning over and saying hello to. Like you're gonna have to say hi.
And if the view from the back was her, we think maybe she said something, I'm sorry, she was so boisterous in her reaction to all three of the other people. So for us to be searching for like, did you even acknowledge her? It was strange to me. And also, if that's my man personally, and someone is not talking to me and being so extra with them, you're going to catch these hands. Sorry, we're a pair. We're here together tonight and we're in a relationship. You talk to both of us or you don't talk to either of us. Shoe fly, don't bother me.
I know. Yeah, it's not one of those instances where it's like, oh, sorry, I couldn't remember their name.
You're like, I'm sorry, was it Candace?
Just like I would have. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce you. I couldn't remember their name. I don't know, because like you hear her say congrats, and then it's like she looks at her, and you can almost hear her say thanks. But even I don't know. It makes me sad because it's like, you know, Kylie like, you know, doesn't do the red carpet with him, and I think that's great because it's like, you know, she wants it to be about him. Like it's not about them as a couple, but like obviously wants to go and support him and be there with her guy, and like, you know, she sits next to him, and like even when like they're showing him, you know, in the opening, you know, when Nikki Glazer's like doing the thing, and you know, Kylie's not like, she's kind of just like laughing with her head down. She's not trying to like draw attention to herself at all ever. So it's like, you know, I don't know why she can't get a little bit of like respect or love.
Well, I think she totally was, as she naturally gathers attention, like it just is, but she was trying. I think this is now, I think the second event I've seen them at together. Maybe it was the one last year or whatever, but has you can tell she's trying to do the least and let it be his moment, which is really sweet. But me, like everyone else, have an opinion about the Kardashians. Everyone does, duh. But I don't care who you are. I think that's really unkind and like not a good look, and just very like be respectful of anyone, no matter what you think about them, especially in a public setting like that. It's just, I don't know, there's so many things, but I felt very sad for her in the moment. And I'm like, she's so beautiful and so cool. And I'm sure, especially if it's someone you idolize and then they make you feel like shit, like that's a horrible feeling. So she's going to recover. She has a very blessed life, but that made me feel she gets to wake up in the morning and be Kylie Jenner. So, you know, but I just thought that was sad and was wondering if you noticed it. It was like,
I didn't catch that one, but
let's talk about winners and losers.
Okay.
The wicked of it all. What do you think about that?
I'm really surprised because it's like you'd almost be like, oh, well, maybe it's because it came out so late in the year. Movies were cleaning up that no one's even seen yet, which is like,
actually though,
the
last Showgirl comes out on Friday.
Well, and also like, okay, I've seen a preview for The Brutalist and it looks great, but it's just like that movie kept winning left, right, and center, and I'm like, and it's like it's always kind of like a bummer when like those movies like win all the time, because you're like, I want to be stoked and I want to be like, yes, it deserved it, but no one's seen it yet. That one, and then there was like another one too that like the woman that won for Best Actress,
Emilia Perez.
No, the Brazilian actress. It was for a movie that hasn't come out yet.
Oh yeah.
And you're kind of like, I'm sure she's fantastic, but like the movie hasn't come out yet. You know, it's like when that happened, because they do January to January. You know,
right.
So it's like when these movies, and because the people that are voting on it have been able to see all these movies, so you're like, well, no one else has. And then there's a movie like Wicked, which was the movie of the year. Everyone saw, like, I don't know, and it's just it feels like almost like pretentious when like some of these movies like win over movies that have killed the box office, you know, because they just want to like have like a contrarian thing. It's like, we want to give it to this movie because it's like, we know everyone loved this movie and it brought in gajillions of dollars, but like this movie was better. It's like,
you fell asleep during this movie, so it's the one that won. No, I'm sure Brutalist is great, but here's the thing: the category for the box office achievement was started last year
because of Barbie.
For Barbie. So I just made the observation that was the first year they had ever done that, and they should. Box office achievement is important. But then they Barbie, and it just kind of felt like the whole theme of Barbie and what it was about and the patriarchy and whatever. And then it's like 2 female leads in this movie. And I'm not saying that's 100% what it is, but I noticed it. And yes, of course, they killed it in the box office this year. They should win that. But I couldn't believe no other category, nothing, not costuming, not acting, not like that seems really crazy to me that they didn't win a single thing.
Well, Ariana was nominated.
Yeah. So was Cynthia.
Yeah.
They were,
was she?
They were, I think they were nominated in different categories.
I mean, hopefully at the Oscars they win some stuff. But it was a little bit of like a, well, what movie is this last night? And again, I'm not saying that they're not fantastic movies. I haven't seen them yet, so we'll see. But like, it's just one of those award shows where it's like, okay, well, no one's seen this. I haven't watched Amelia Perez yet, but I would love to watch that. I just haven't
put it on my list. I didn't. Was it originally a Netflix movie or was it theaters then to Netflix?
I think it was just on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just added it to my list.
It was originally an opera, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That was then, yeah.
I need to talk about Vin Diesel's odd moment. Speaking of the box office and cinematic achievement award, he scoffed when he read Wicked. He pulled it out and he went, Wicked. And I don't know if he meant that. It's very possible that he was just breathing weird, or maybe he's quitting vaping too and going through something. But to me, it read as like Gladiators was in that. And I feel like they had him do it because he's had a lot of blockbuster movies. I don't know. It seemed like he visibly scoffed. And I was like, are you kidding? I was with Megan and Raleigh and Ariana, and we all looked at each other and were like, what the fuck is that? So I don't know. I thought that was weird too.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't blown away by it. I had a lot of, I don't know.
I love the Globes because the Globes are out and they drink and they get shit-faced and do silly things. And I love that so much. It's like our version of reality TV for award shows because the Oscars is very stuffy and we're all serious.
What did you think of the fashion besides the ones that we named?
I thought overall, I also loved Nikki Glazer's red carpet outfit.
She was one of my favorites.
And I mean, all of her outfits throughout the night were stunning, and she's so,
What did you think of Jeremy Strong? That's mainly what I wanted to ask.
He was my best dress for men. I fucking loved it. What did you think?
I mean, I couldn't not, like, I love him, so I was like, yes.
If you didn't see it, he was wearing a green on green fuzzy bucket hat and like matched his outfit. And I fucking, I love a bucket hat. But also, it was like art imitating life. Like it was like his character from Succession would wear that to a company meeting that would like make everyone mad. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. I thought it was bold. What did you think of it?
No, every time they showed him, it just was like made me smile. So yeah, I don't know. He was like,
no, he kept being in the background of like announcers, and I cackled every single time.
Yeah.
Who else was a like standout for you?
I mean,
I feel like the Globes usually people take risks, and like I always just really love to watch it.
I mean, who else? There was a lot of misses, to be honest.
There were some misses. Name a miss.
Kerry Washington.
I was kind of.
I didn't love it.
She looked so beautiful, so I know it wasn't
she's
my
so
fave.
good. So I was just like, I don't love this.
Her and Ali Wong, which I also think they were both in Balenciaga, both had the black gloves up to their shoulders and like the boots, and then she was in pink and Ali Wong was in red.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't like it.
I thought Sarah Paulson looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
But when does she not?
I mean, and also like Catherine O'Hara looked awesome. I mean, like that's kind of like a signature for her, but that dress was so cool. I loved her.
Wait, who did she present with?
Seth Rogen was with Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and he talked about
pairing.
He's like this. He's talking about the camera shots and how he's like, everyone can see the bald spot in the back of my head. I love him.
He's the best.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
But I'm trying to think of any other moments.
Overall, loved it. Just fun to watch. I feel like I go years sometimes where I miss it and just see the recaps, and I don't know.
And of course, Jeff Goldblum, Daddy, all day long.
Daddy. And he was just getting so emotive when they won that cinematic achievement, and they were like, he was just the way he was looking. I was like, is there a cardiac episode happening or is he moved? I'm a little worried, but yeah, he looked great.
Yeah.
Love him. Speaking of movies and cinematic achievement, should we talk about Nosferatu?
Oh my God, yes.
Let's talk about Nosferatu.
Oh, I mean, where to start with that? Because, I mean, where to start? we went
the
and saw
mustache?
it. Okay, yeah, I know a lot of people are like, oh, so like the skin, the holes in his skin and the fucking decaying body, but like you draw the line at the mustache. Yeah, I do, because first of all, the skin was falling off his body, the bones were showing. So why did he have a mustache? Why were they like, yeah, so we're gonna put all this detail into like the decay of him, but yes, he would have a mustache.
It was historical accuracy for the time period, but it bugged me to no fucking end. And I'm sorry, it doesn't make you a cinephile that you are just like, people are like, I love it. It's historically accurate. It looked weird. I hated it. It took me out of the moment for the first 30 minutes of him being on screen. And it was such a performance by Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
But I just was like, you guys, it's not it. It was so strange to me. And
Nobody,
yeah, with his skin like that, I'm like, come on, do we really have to do that?
but okay, yes, for sure, accuracy, blah blah blah. But my question is, nobody was like, does he look a little bit like Jim Carrey in Sonic?
That's what I immediately was like, it's Jim Carrey and Sonic.
100%. Nobody was like, oh, what? Maybe we don't. Just a thought. I mean, I would say that's my only negative. So I guess we can just get that out of the way. Yeah, no, I thought
Tell
it
us your
was
thoughts about it.
I thought it was so beautiful. Just like watching it was just I can't, I don't know, like just your eyes like really feasted the whole time, which I really enjoyed. Lily Rose Depp was phenomenal. Like she's stunning. First of all, I could watch her just all day long, but she was that movie, I thought. I mean, yeah, Bill Skarsgård, yes, fucking killed that character. But like, I'm sorry, the star of the show was Lily Rose Depp.
Absolutely. And factoid, I'm sure if you know anything about Nosferatu, you've heard this, but Robert Eggers said that Lily Rose Depp on her first audition made him cry while the director. And I mean, for that, he's done so many, he did The Witch and so many of my favorite horror films. He's just like such an incredible director. So I guess it went exactly how I thought it was in terms of how, like you said, like the cinematography was beautiful, the acting was incredible, but to make him cry on your first audition, that's crazy. And also, I don't think she got, because when she did The Idol, I'm sorry, Sam, whatever his name is, and The Weeknd ruined that. That was supposed to be directed by a woman. We think we talked about it before. I think it would have been different if it had been the original director. And so people were like harping on her, but she was still good and like very emotive and whatever. This was so iconic as far as her acting was concerned. Like you couldn't look away from her for a moment. And it just like, she's really, really fucking talented. Yes, she's a Nepo baby, but damn, she knows what she's doing. And yeah, she's just so beautiful. I saw her once at did I tell you that?
Really?
Yeah. Saw her at once and she walked by me and she was wearing like, it was during the spring sometime. I think it was last year or the year before that, but or whenever The Idol came. So maybe 2 years ago, because it was when The Idol came out. So yeah, she was wearing this like short skirt and this little tube top and an adorable little purse and like cute little kitten heels. And I did a double take and I'm like, I was definitely with Raleigh because that's who I'm always there with. And I was like, that is Lily Rose Depp. And we saw her and she's more beautiful in person and
God.
so petite. She was just like this cute little, I just wanted to put her in my pocket. But obviously, much like not being able to make eye contact with hot people, we're in LA. We see very famous people all the time in the wild. I can never look. I look away. I mean, I'm so uncomfortable immediately.
Yeah, the whole. I mean, but the cast itself was also so incredible.
Will Dafoe, Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult. I love him so much. I mean, Warm Bodies is
You've
like
loved him ever since Warm Bodies.
It's one of my favorite movies.
You put it on the daddy list before.
Yeah, I know.
think, and Will Dafoe, I think, has been on it.
Will Dafoe, yeah, like it was such a good movie.
He is truly one of the, in a non-pretentious way, when people I feel like they're like, oh, I have to do method acting and whatever, but they're actually just creeps. I feel like in a real way, he embodies the characters that he portrays in such a real, bringing it to life kind of fashion. And yeah, he's just such a cool guy too.
Yeah, well, and talk
him.
about like embodying like what Bill Skarsgård went through for that character is so incredible because, I mean, yeah, like obviously there's tons of like prosthetics.
Yeah, there
were. But what he did for the voice too, like he had to like bring down his voice like a number of octaves, and like none of it was generated computer wise or anything like that. Like working with a Icelandic opera singer and just creating all of that himself and like having to come up with a whole like routine just so he could like really access like that register and that the voice itself, like taking every line and putting it almost like in like a singing it in a way. Like I thought that was so cool. People that just like can do that shit. It's almost jarring to see him in a movie, not like seeing him in Barbarian, just in the beginning of that movie, just like as a regular person.
Well,
so creepy, but
Well, it's then like he's like a boggle or bobbert or whatever you fucking call it from Harry Potter. Like you don't actually know what it looks like because it's always so different. Like what? By the way, the Skarsgård brothers and what the fuck were they eating? What was in their Wheaties growing up? They definitely weren't having Pop-Tarts in the morning. You know that they had brain food. They are so talented as a family. Like, what are you all doing?
I don't know. I want some of that though.
I do too. Also, they're just so hot.
As you all know, Dana and I love our self-care routine, and the key to incredible self-care routine is actually using clean water.
Yeah, it is. It sure is.
It's critical.
We all know how important it is to filter the water we drink, but why don't we think the same way about the water in our shower? Clean water is the first step to an effective beauty routine, and it's a step that we completely overlooked for way too long.
Exactly. Well, that's why the Jolie shower head filter has been a game changer.
For twofold, hair and skin for me. Hair, especially because I've had so much damage over the past and have been rehabbing my hair for like over a year. That makes all the difference.
Even washing your face in the shower. Like I can't wash my face in the sink because I can tell the difference when that water touches my face versus the water in the shower touching my face.
And I'm going to be drying for a week, but the cleaning up my counter. But yeah, also that. I mean, I was in Seattle. No offense, Brittany. Sorry. She doesn't have filtered shower heads. And I came back looking like I was in 8th grade again. I was breaking out. Wasn't going well.
But also the skin on your body, just the dry, you can just feel it. It's such a difference.
I love my Jolie.
Jolie is a beauty wellness company that purifies the water we shower in for better skin, hair, and overall well-being.
Yeah, because you don't feel good about yourself. You're miserable. Jolie's filtered shower head is the best in class for removing chlorine and heavy metals. It's the only lab tested and clinically trialed filtering shower head on the market.
It's clinically proven to reduce hair shedding in 81% of people, lab tested to reduce hair frizziness by 40%, lab tested to maintain color retention, and lab tested to protect the hair's surface layer. Incredible.
Also, the fact that it's clinically proven. A lot of brands try to trick you by saying clinically tested, but not proven. So it's clinically proven. Chlorine is added to our water systems to disinfect it and kill bacteria, but chlorine is damaging our hair and skin and fundamentally causes issues. Jolie fixes that.
Jolie shower heads have a beautiful, sleek design, the perfect combination of form and function.
Jolie still gives strong water pressure and fits all showers as the plumbing pipe size is universal.
That's true. Strong water pressure is super important.
Is key. Well, I mean, your hair is a forest, so yeah, absolutely for you, but I'm the same way just because I enjoy it.
Jolene will give you your best skin and hair guaranteed. Head to jolieskinco.com/disrespectfully to try it out for yourself with free shipping.
And if you don't like it, you can return your Jolie for a full refund within 60 days, no questions asked.
Happy 2025.
Happy 2025. How's your New Year going? I've seen you for about 75% of the New Year so far, so I'd say no. But how's it going so far?
It's going great. I'd say the hero of 2025 so far is Hero Bread. Their products taste so good, but also have ultra low net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and are high in fiber.
Love, love, love. I've been loving Hero Bread products in general, but honestly, it saved my life the other day because I love Hero and it's all I had in my fridge because I'm a single lady. And I smeared some butter on the Hawaiian rolls and I ate it as a whole meal and it was delicious.
Oh, yummy.
And I was like, this is fine. There's fiber. With Hero Bread, you can focus on your health goals and still indulge in the soft, fluffy experience you love, guilt-free.
Yeah, well, my personal favorite is also the Hawaiian rolls. There's just something about having a roll with dinner, and these Hawaiian rolls are so fluffy and buttery tasting. Since it's been so cold here recently, I've been eating these rolls with soup. And it's just like,
you love
it
soup.
Is chef's kiss.
Or you can exercise free will and eat them as an entire meal. But yeah, they're great with soup. I love them.
Yeah, soak up some of that soup.
So warm and comfy. But I'm also a big wrap gal, and the texture of these wraps are on point. Usually with, those like low carb breads, you can feel the consistency is off and you're like,
break.
Someone cooked here. Something is bad. Something is wrong. They don't taste like anything. But Hero Bread, it actually tastes good and the consistency is there, which I'm a big texture person.
Hero Bread has been the perfect way for me to cut down on my sugar intake while increasing my fiber, which is super important. I've been making myself bagels every morning and they have 4 grams of net carbs, which is insane because they taste so good. I don't want to have to give up a bagel.
I can't, and I won't.
No, pry it from a cold dead hand.
Pry it from my cold dead fingers. And the best part is they're also filled with protein. I decided in 2025, I'm going to make it my mission to eat more protein. And this bread really helps with that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Each slice of bread has 5 grams of protein. So when I make a sandwich, I'm getting 10 grams of protein just with the bread alone. Pinch me. I must be dreaming.
You never know it's low net carb and high fiber bread from the texture. Get the soft, fluffy experience you know and love with your next savory breakfast sandwich, late night grilled cheese, or a nice family taco night. I love a taco night.
I'm coming over. You're my family. I'm going to come have a taco night there. Just letting you know that's happening. I love that they have monthly small batch drops of indulgent favorites like their 4-gram net carb bagel and new surprises coming this year.
I love surprises.
We love a surprise.
Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code disrespectfully at checkout.
That's disrespectfully at hero.co.
You know what I love most about this time of year?
Collecting the tears of your victims.
Besides that.
Oh, okay. What?
I love that all year round.
Okay,
Let's face
what?
that.
Okay, what?
Getting into my bed while it's cold outside and cuddling into my crisp Boll and Branch sheets.
Yeah, that is the coziest thing I've ever felt in my life. It feels like winter year round in my apartment because I sleep at a balmy 65, 64 sometimes. So like I like a nice big comfy duvet and that whole situation. But the sheets, that is the most important. And the Boll and Branch sheets are, wash them a couple times and I'm sliding around in there.
Oh no, I like to get in and I do the cricket thing. I do my little feet kicks.
Rubbing the dogs together.
Yeah, I look forward to that moment. And truly, yes, the Boll and Branch, just every time you wash them, the experience just gets better and better.
It's a real game changer.
It is, honestly, but the thing is, I like to have multiple sets because I don't like to sit there and babysit my sheets. I need to take one set off, put a new one on because that's how I be.
No, we're big. You and I both are very regular.
We're big
bedding changers.
bed
people. I take my bedding off, throw it in the wash. While it's in the wash, I take one of the ones out of the closet, re-put it on. So it's that system. So you're not waiting for it. And then when that's dry, you wrap it up and then the cycle continues. It's the best.
Yeah, you get better sleep. Boll and Branch products are made different so you can sleep better at night. Woven with the finest 100% organic cotton on earth and crafted by artisans who earn the pay and respect they deserve.
Let's talk about the signature hemmed sheet set for a second because I don't know, I'm just like obsessed. They come in designs and colors for every bedroom style, mattress size, and these all-season sheets have a breathable, unmatched softness to start. And like we said, they just get softer and softer and softer with every wash.
They're the perfect foundation for Boll and Branch's airy bed blankets, cloud-like duvets, and so much more.
And the best part is you get a 30-night worry-free guarantee. How are you going to get any sleep if you're worried? You don't have to with these sheets. That's right. You can try Boll and Branch sheets for an entire month.
Seriously, you can wash, style, and feel the difference for yourself risk-free. If they don't change the way you sleep, you can just send them back for a full refund.
This is crazy. This is the best thing ever. Now's your chance to change the way you sleep with Boll and Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/disrespectfully.
That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/disrespectfully to save 15%. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Hear me out. Orlok, would you fuck him or not?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
You would?
I mean, I just feel like I'd be weirded out by the skin, but I just feel like the commanding presence. And if you told me I'm coming here on night 3 and you need to sit on it and spin, I'd be like, okay.
I would tease him. I would get into the whole like flirtation. I would do a whole year-long, sexting via,
your mind.
Mine. I would be into the idea of it. I don't think I could actually go through with it. Once we would meet up in person, I'd be like, ooh, I got a tickle thing.
Oh, I was just speaking of tickling. I was about to be like, I would be like, yeah, we can adult swim if you tickle my back after. Look at those nails. If you promise to tickle my back for 30 minutes, we can do whatever you want. And then also in one of the shots, you can see his thighs. And we were discussing any man with thighs that size has a hog. It's just like it's scientifically proven.
Well, also by size comparison, it just tends to look bigger.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done the legwork. But my God, yeah, I'm like, tickle my back, you scratch my head, and then we can make love.
I'm just more like, I like the idea of it more than the actual like going through with it.
He just for me would be a really good hear me out. He'd be on my cake.
I'll take Thomas.
Yeah, you can have Thomas.
I'd fuck Will
Those
Dafoe
mutton
before.
chops? No.
Will Dafoe before Orlok.
Oh, Orlok and Will Dafoe. We can make this a party. Absolutely. Can we talk about the Nosferatu content? Because it's been the best. It's also sometimes a moment comes along and it just in the zeitgeist for a week, we have the best memes and videos ever.
I know, like the Luigi Mangione shit. I'm sad that's died down a bit. I need something new to happen so we can get fresh content. But yeah, the Nosferatu content online, like whoever's doing like the voice and character, like well done.
There's a girl that keeps doing him and is like a day in the life of Nosferatu, and then she was like sticking her head out the window driving in the wind with birds of a feather playing in the background.
Is it a girl or a guy?
I think there's both, but I think that one is a lady, and I guess it doesn't really matter. But someone was like did one where it's like you accidentally give Nosferatu your number and he was like reading voice memos, like playing voice memos that he would send. It's so funny.
The Trader Joe's employee said he liked my shirt, but now I'm hearing that's what they say to everybody.
But now I hear they do this for everyone. Can I borrow your power drill later? It's so funny. Anywho, if you haven't seen it, you need to see it because it's so good. I need you to see Babygirl. I just saw it so we can talk about it here. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, and it's about a kind of like dom sub thing, and all I have to say is, as I've discussed, being a controlling woman who does everything for myself and is always in a position of like having to take charge, wanting to just be turned into Babygirl, the way that happened, I slid out of my seat. I had to be drug out of the theater. It was so fucking good.
So it's like 50 Shades.
Yes, but so much better.
Okay.
And just like, but with power dynamics in a corporate setting that then transitioning into, yeah, it's fucking wild. You need to see that.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that.
The Wirkin Bag?
Is that what they're calling it? Wait, I love that.
It's okay. So
yeah, let's talk about it. Give it to him.
Whether people know about this or not. So there's been hype and controversy around Walmart's, version of the Birkin bag. And it's, they've made some history. I don't know, I think, but they've definitely disrupted the whole like luxury space, which I think is kind of great because, with the Birkin bag, it's this very exclusive, item that you cannot get your hands on because in order to even get on the list for a Birkin, you have to spend, an inordinate amount of money in Hermes. Mm-hmm. And you have to like build like a pretty good relationship with the, people that work there. And then you got to get your name on the list. And then when your time comes, they just call you and say, all right, so we have this bag in this color. Do you want it? And you have to say yes or no. You don't get to pick and choose. It's not like they call you up and they're like, it's your time to shop for your whatever bag you want. No, they just tell you like, this is what we have. And you take it and you're happy with it. And people are like, it can be like the ugliest looking Birkin you ever. And people are thrilled about it because they just like, I don't know. To me, that just doesn't, you give them 20 grand and you're just happy with whatever you get, bright orange Birkin. And like, that's it. Anyway, but yeah.
Well, okay. Well, before we get into the Walmart takeover, what is your thought on the Birkin? Like, if you were a billionaire and money was limitless, like, do you think the Birkin is actually a good looking bag?
No, I don't.
I think it is fugly.
I don't get it. Where are you going with that?
It is obviously a status symbol, and I guess people, I'm sure rich people out there who have a bunch of Birkins be like, those who get it. Okay,
do you know it also is a status symbol?
It's actually a scheme. It's so, I get that it's handmade. Other than that, it's fugly.
It's ugly. Do you know what's a better status symbol? A nice watch.
Yeah.
Get a Rolex. Get a fucking some other type
of whatever that fucking $1 million. But the point is, it is a status symbol. People, they are ugly. I hate the way that it's like. I get that people want it because it's exclusive and like you're saying, but the way that that people are just like, oh my God, I got called and now I get this Birkin that you don't even want the color, but just to have it and the status symbol. I think that we should all admit it's an ugly bag. It's not. And also the person that it was originally designed for, it was designed to be a nice, spacious, a ludicrously capacious bag that you could fit all your shit in. That
You
was
just chuck shit in.
it was utility. That is originally why it was designed.
It
and
was
it's just
function.
It was function, and it's just turned into this. So no,
the thing is, okay, for something that you just like, almost like a never full like Louis bag that you just chuck shit in the whole thing. You're like, is it a cute bag? No, but do I get the function of it? And would it be a whatever bag? Sure, yeah, you know. But I think for the amount that it costs, it's ugly. Is it ugly in general? Like, no, but I just can't justify spending that price point on it. Fuck no.
But I'm telling you, even if I was a billionaire, I would feel this way. I just think it's a stupid bag. But
Yeah.
to each their own.
But for $85 of Walmart, it's not so bad. You know what I mean?
Still don't want it, but
I still don't want it.
So do you think Walmart was being intentional with this, like trying to make?
I don't
like,
think
how
so.
did this happen?
I don't. I think they're just like, wow, like this. The same way that they make duplicates of literally everything that people want and spend tons of money on, like from furniture to every kind of like beauty product that there is. Think about those, like the cloud couch that everyone wanted, but that was like $11,000. You know, like we can make it cheaper. You know, and yeah, the issue of IP comes in of like you can't necessarily, like, once you completely rip something off, then it's like you get into the thing about having fakes and knockoffs that are like, you know, that's what's the issue is like, yeah, you could go down to like one of those streets that sell like fakes or one of those websites that sell fakes, but then there's that whole stigma attached to it of like, okay, well now why are you buying like a fake when there's the duplicates, you know, where it's like, yeah, like, okay, it's not exactly the same, like it's got like the Walmart Birkins or whatever, you know, have like a strap. The real Birkins don't. Really,
let's back because we didn't say. So Walmart came out with it looks like a Birkin to the untrained eye. People, and honestly, for me, I'm like, it's a pretty good.
No,
dupe.
it's yeah. So it's like their version of it.
$80 retail,
80 or $85 or something like that. And it's not perfect, but it's made out of leather. And you know, like the stitching isn't, you know, it's not perfect or whatever, but like the inside of it looks the same. The lock isn't the same. The keys aren't the same. So I think this is where some of like the IP gets, you know, whatever, away from it all. The little bottom feet of it all like turn. The one on the row one doesn't turn or whatever. But it doesn't have like Hermes stamped on it. So it's not trying to pass, but it's giving people like entry to like the luxury space with, you know, without paying the luxury price. So like you're carrying around something that like looks and feels like something that's like the real thing, but is not trying to pass off as being the real thing. Is not a fake. It's just something that looks like what everyone else is carrying around and feels like that. And like, you know, it's giving you just like the same sort of like experience that people get with that thing without the price point.
And people right now, there's discourse online that people who actually have Birkins are all mad about it. And it's
They're
like,
pissed.
why do you care?
They're pissed because this thing that was that status, that symbol of like status of like, I had to wait and had to build this relationship and spend all this money and then wait for this fucking ugliest thing. These other people are walking around with something that like to the untrained eye from a distance almost like looks the same.
I think they're mad because if it had stamped Hermes on it, I'm sure there are some of them that probably couldn't tell the difference. I was once at a ritzy hotel in Beverly Hills. I was there with someone at the bar and they were going to the bathroom. So I was waiting and I was sitting on a bench. And I remember I had a purse from Misguided. I used to fucking love this bag and it was like black fake croc looking and it definitely looked like a mini Kelly or whatever, but I didn't buy it to have a dupe. I just thought it was a cute bag. And like you said, like it didn't have it stamped. It wasn't trying to be a fake, but it was definitely modeled after that. And it was sitting next to me and I was on my phone and this tacky looking lady who was carrying a Birkin came to me. She was like, I love that one. I have that exact one too. And this and this and this. And I'm looking at her and I look at my bag and I was like, oh yeah, totally. And I was like, bitch, I wonder how many hundreds of thousands of dollars you've spent on these bags and you can't even tell that is very obviously not real.
Oh yeah.
Not even trying to be.
I mean, how many brands like Zara that definitely duplicate or, you know, model some of their products and designs after these high-end luxury stuff, that the same thing, like I'll have a bag from a Zara that I later on see is almost the exact same as like a high-end luxury. And I didn't know, I wasn't trying to buy something that looked like that, but I was like, oh my God, this looks exactly like that thing. Steve Madden does the same shit. all these
Target does really,
they
big
do
dupes
that.
of
But
things.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you just buy it because it's cute, and then you find out like this is like a duplicate of something.
I'm gonna butcher this, but it kind of relates. I saw some video of a psychology professor, and he does this every year, or like had done it for the last 10 years, and basically puts up a thing and is like, if everyone in the class can unanimously agree that everyone gets 95% on this exam, do you want to do that? And like yes, no, whatever. And 2 people said no. And so the next question was, why did you say no? Is it because you think you can do better? You don't want other people to have what you didn't earn, and like some other options? And they both selected, I don't want them to have it because they didn't work for it like I did. And he said historically less than 5% of the class gets over a 95. So it would benefit majority of people. But those people who still might not get a 95 just don't want other people to have it because they didn't earn it. So I feel like it's the same thing of people being mad of like, no, I had to wait for this and spend all this money. You shouldn't, like, that's why they'd be mad. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Let people have a dupe if they want to dupe. Like, why does it matter?
Yeah. And honestly, I think, brands like Irma's, they're going to like shit their pants because and again, like not that these can compete with them, but like now that this status of this having this bag, people, are they going to still want to be on the waiting list if people that shop at Walmart are going to walk around looking like them, if that's what they think? That's not me saying that. If that's what they think, are they worried about the value of their product going down?
Right.
Like, what are they going to do? Are people that have their bags going to try to sell them right now while the value's still there? Like, that's a wild thing to think about.
I like it.
It's chaos. I think it's
I can't wait
awesome.
to see what happens.
I say fuck yeah.
I say agent of change, burn it to the ground. It's kind of like not quite Heath Ledger Joker, but I like anything that's in that realm. I'm like, they're scared. I like that you're scared. You're silly.
And again, they're not doing anything that hasn't been done a million times over and over. I mean, there's like anything that's been creative at the top trickles down, but it's just interesting when you take something that is so just ridiculous. It's like, well, we could do it too.
Yeah.
Watch
me.
But also people, because the Walmart bags like sold out, the resale on them, like they were selling for so much. It's just funny.
Totally.
Anyway, but yeah.
This is off topic. How many miles do you think your fingers have scrolled on your phone?
Oh my God. I couldn't tell. I wouldn't even know.
Okay. Someone posed that. They didn't even tell me the answer. On average, people scroll on their phones about 88 miles per year or 1.7 miles per week. So I scroll an average of 250 miles a year, I would probably say. That's so crazy.
Whew.
The average person? The average person doesn't have my illnesses. Anyway, that's just a funny random thing. Allison, how many do you think you scroll? Do you think you're above the average, or do you think you're with the average?
I would say this year I'm probably with the average. I've tried to.
Okay, fancy. She's better than us.
I've tried to.
They're better than us.
I've tried to cut back, but who knows? It's probably up there.
Do you think, Katie Maloney, that you are above or below or with the average? With miles scrolled with your fingers. This should be an easy answer for you because I know the answer. You're above.
I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know by how much, but I would say I'm probably above. Yeah,
not as much as me, but
based on my screen time, yeah, I'm above. I'll never reveal my screen time, by the way.
Oh, recently I saw a thing that was like you can do a TikTok Wrapped and see, and the girl's like, I'm on it all the time, and she was like, there was one day you were on it for 4 hours, and I was like, that is child's play. I am both deeply excited and saddened to see TikTok go in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Excited because this is a actual problem. I am on it constantly. Sad because in addition to not having alcohol or nicotine this month, I'm also going to withdraw from that. So that is going to be, I'm scared. I like
big month for you.
Need these hobbies to be doing, to like dry clay to try not to go into the loony bin because I'm fucking not able to get on TikTok.
Okay, sign up for the swim classes.
Immediately, if not sooner. I forgot how we do our podcast. We have the basement still.
Oh, yeah.
But before the basement, 2 books that I'm excited that are coming out that I would like to shout out really quickly. Sherry Frankie's book.
Okay.
Comes out, I believe, on maybe the day that this comes out, Wednesday. I think it's called The House of My Mother,
Ooh.
Ruby Frankie's daughter. I will be reading that the second it comes out. I'm very excited to hear from her.
Creepy.
And she now, I think, is lobbying with Congress about family vloggers and basically said, I believe her with like, how do you feel about family vloggers? Have we talked about this?
I feel like they've been in the basement before, but yeah, I feel like it started off innocent of just like cute families doing like their thing and showing their lives, and it dissented very quickly.
Well, she famously says there are no ethical family vloggers, and I believe her in that. I agree with that statement.
Yeah,
So
I think it's very, very beginning started out, but that was so long ago. But no, now it's terrifying.
totally. The other book, our friend Reb, friend of the podcast, wrote a book. I don't know when it's coming out. You'll have to look that up.
yay.
It comes out in the next few months, I think, or maybe this year. It's going to be called The Book They Throw at You. And I can't wait
That's amazing.
to read it. And I'm sure it's going to just fucking kill. So I'm excited for both those books.
I'm excited too.
Who's in your basement?
Okay. I have 2 basements.
Okay.
Okay. The first is automatic flushing toilets.
Oh, I hate that.
I get it because people are disgusting and can't flush the toilet, unfortunately. The same way they also just piss all over the toilet seat. That's a different thing. But yeah, like, you know, you want to like get the little toilet seat cover thing all set up, and then you got to like sit down on it. And the minute you go to sit down on it, then it flushes. I feel like I'm like in one of those like old like funny movies where it's just like they're
God forbid you cough. You move a cheek and then it flushes again.
You know, but it's like one of those things where they keep like putting it down, they go to sit down and it flushes. I feel like I'm in an episode of I Love Lucy, you know, like it's just like it just truly is, you know, and then you want to get up and you're like, okay, flush now. And it's like not. And then you have to like use your foot to push the button. You're like, you were just.
You're on it for 2 seconds and it flushes 5 times and then you actually get up to leave and it's like,
do the thing.
I'm done now.
Do the thing. It's just like, yeah, you were just punking me and now you won't flush. I don't know. Like, and then when they just like flush constantly, I just don't get it. I think those should go in the basement. There's got to be a better way.
Mm-hmm.
Just the flush, the foot, but you know, but I guess they can't trust people to flush the toilet, which is accurate because animals use those. I've already talked about public restrooms, but I could do an entire dissertation TED talk about people in public restrooms, and it should be a requirement for everyone on the planet to come listen to it.
Yeah. They should teach classes.
And my other basement is Dasani water.
You fucking hate.
That fucking trash water.
It's awful. It tastes like the toilet water in automatic toilets.
Water. No, it tastes like the time you went to the public pool and you jumped in and you just accidentally inhaled a bunch of it. That's what it tastes like. Why it shouldn't taste.
It's disgusting.
It
does. It tastes.
Why does it taste? I know. Do you know who loves it? Stassi loves that water. She's her favorite water. I'm like, you're so gross.
What?
I don't know. She's the only person on this planet that I know
She's
that likes
so
it.
like classy and cool in all of their categories. That's crazy.
She loves it.
You love Dasani? Stassi, you're not doing well in this episode. JK, we love you, but
I know, but that's like her one fatal flaw. But yeah, but that water is truly just. And it just sucks because I love like Coca-Cola products. Dasani.
No, Dasani's crazy. Someone, it's like
I feel like they've been getting
troll. They thought it was funny. They're like, let's see if we can get people to buy this. And then they did.
They've been getting roasted about this for so long. And it's like, they don't want to change it. You don't want to do something about that?
No, absolutely not.
I don't know. It must be really bad that they have to keep like treating it with something. Ugh.
Yeah. And it's AMC's water of choice.
I know.
Which is such a fucking
Well,
bummer.
I think they also have smart water now too.
Yeah, and that little cooler.
Yeah, but when I was at Disneyland the other day and wherever we got the water from, like only had the Dasani there. So it's like either just don't hydrate or drink this. So I drank it.
Yeah, you're like, just say you don't like me and you want my organs to shut down. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go drink out of Splash Mountain.
Okay, who's that one ride? The Grizzly ride.
You just, when it goes... that bridge where it fucking like you did.
Okay, who's in your basement?
Okay, I've since added one, so I also have 2. Number 1, the rats in Nosferatu. Here's the thing: they worked with like 30,000 rats, I'm pretty sure, and
they're real.
Yeah, I actually don't mind a rat. I think they're quite cute, and Will Dafoe also was talking on his love of rats, and I'm like, of course you love rats, you little fucking get over here. You're so like my type. So rats are not the problem. However, in that quantity, I couldn't quite handle. There are certain scenes where they were just fucking everywhere on every surface, and Will was like, he was like becoming friends with them, as I would obviously do something like that, and then he was like, the problem was trying not to step on them, so it would like fuck him up in scenes because there were so many. So it's like the combination of thinking about them getting smushed, and then also it was just too many rats for one. Also forgetting about like the plague actually happened coming from rats. Are gross. Like they're dirty. They're a look but don't touch. It's the same way on TikTok when I see people manhandling raccoons and making out with fucking
Squirrels.
birds and squirrels and shit. And I'm like, you guys, yes, this is very, you think you're giving Snow White, but you're actually giving the plague. You're going to be patient zero. Please stop touching animals like that.
You're giving rabies. Is what you're
Giving
doing.
rabies. I don't live in New York. I don't really have a dog in this fight, but the new toll in New York does not sit right with my soul. It's $9 now to enter Manhattan from the bridges that were historically free. They are doing it as a way to try to encourage public transit, but I would say that public transit is at an all-time low as far as safety. Someone just last week,
got lit on fire.
I think he survived. No, yeah, a woman was lit on fire. She died. A man was pushed. There's people push people all the time. People have been like backs against their wall in New York right now because it's just gotten so dangerous and out of control. And I think that it also speaks to, it's obviously a class system issue. There's very wealthy people are not going to care about the $9 tolls. So it affects also people who, have lower paying jobs that have to commute into the city. It's a whole fucking problem. I think it's very not cute. I don't like it at all.
Why though? Why the toll?
Because they're saying they're trying to discourage car traffic from the highest densely, like it's a traffic control thing. But I don't know. I don't know that it's going to solve that problem, but it's making Manhattan inaccessible for a huge portion of people and then forcing them to ride public transit that has all kinds of issues right now. Like, I don't know, I could, spiral, but yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think and $9 is like, that's a lot.
I think they should really just address like the safety issue on that's
I never watched that video because I knew I would never be able to unsee it about the woman that was burned alive. I couldn't do it, but I heard that there were police kind of just standing around and
I heard that they literally walk past.
And don't yell at me and tell me, well, go watch it. I heard the description. It will haunt my dreams. I can't do it. But there was people, and I think
don't need to watch it.
You don't need to watch it to know
that's
that what happened. So, anywho, hate that. Happy New Year, though.
Yeah, happy New Year.
It's good to be back.
It's great. I feel great. I feel awesome.
We love you all. We're so excited for this year. Feel free to write in. We're kind of planning our guests. We have some special things already cooking. But if there's anyone specific that you're like, we need them.
Yeah,
to join Disrespectfully this year.
Besides yours truly, who else do you want to hear on this show?
Write in. Let us know when you're writing in your hometown heroes and your DDs to disrespectfullypod@gmail.com. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, love you. Bye.
Okay. Love you. Bye. Babe, you're going to see the power of women. Like,
Disrespectfully.